Hey, KIC here. Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. In the last episode, we kind of put the rest of this base together, and that included building this here large constructor, which we're going to hop into right away, because we're going to start working on a hover vessel. Now, I'm just going to tell you right now, this is going to be a little tricky because I am running super low on materials. So I'm really not sure if I'm going to be able to even do this without running out of materials, but we're going to find out. How's that for nail biting? I'm a little worried. I'm not sure what's going to happen. We need some computers here though, and we're going to need another one because we're going to need a cockpit, which means we need more metal components. Oh, those are going to be bad because those are going to require ingots. Ah, man. So this is what the problem is. We're down to 59, going to be 58 iron ingots, and then it's just going to get worse because everything here requires iron. Oh, it's terrible. Okay, so we can go ahead and build a cockpit. We're going to do a cockpit number 1 right there. Now we also need to make some other stuff. So what do we need for an RCS? We need 2 more electronics and 3 more components. Not components. Electronics. At least they don't require iron. That makes me feel a little better. Although those components, that's going to be enough to create an RCS because that's going to be just enough. So we can go ahead and do an RCS. And then we're also going to need, let's make sure I click the right one. Yes, that's the hover vehicle. Then we're also going to need a couple other things here. We're going to need a fuel tank, so we'll need more components. Ah, man, this is nail biting for me. You have no idea. What if I wanted cables? Those are copper ingots. Those are good. That's fine. We can do some more electronics because we're probably going to need those before we can do that fuel tank there. And then let's see, what's that going to leave us with? Yes, we can go ahead and queue up a fuel tank now. We're also going to need a generator, so we're going to need not the small generator, I believe regular generator, which requires more metal components. This is going to be the perhaps smallest build I can possibly make to make all of this stuff work. Never mind, I still don't know if we're going to be able to make everything. I'm really not sure at this point. It's going to be close. So we're going to queue up 4 more of those. I'm really just kind of sticking to bare minimums right now. We're going to need a couple control devices. Where are you? If you were a control device, thankfully that does not require iron. We're also going to need some computers. We'll need, what, 1 computer for that, some more electronics, and some control devices. So we already queued up the control devices. Let's queue that guy up. We're going to need some electronics. And then what else are we going to need? We have most everything else, I think. So we need those control devices, then we need the computer. And with any luck, we'll still have enough electronics left over, and we can do that. And then I think the last thing we're going to need is we'll need some thrusters. I think, if I have remembered correctly, and it's entirely possible I have not remembered correctly. There we go. I was afraid that was going to happen. We need some more metal components, and then we need some more electronics. Let's queue up another electronic there, and then that will be enough to create this guy as soon as that electronics is done. So that'll start the generator. Okay, what do we need to create some directional thrusters? We might have to go really low end and just do a few of these guys, because again, we're a little limited on what we can do right now thanks to the metal problem. So let's go ahead and queue up. I'm going to need some hull blocks too. I already have some metal plates handy, so that'll work for that. We'll do that guy because we're going to need, how many do these thrusters need? You need 5 each. I would like to have more than that. I mean, I'd like to actually have a bunch of thrusters everywhere, but that may not be possible right now because we have a bit of a quandary. What do we build? What do we build? What do we build? So we need a bunch of electronics. Let's go ahead and queue up some of those, and then we need some motors too. So that's going to be 12 of those guys. I suppose I could have just, I don't know, done 10 or something. Okay, so that needs metal components, cables, and electronics. So how many cables do we have? We're good there. So let's go ahead and queue up a couple of motors. What do these need for for motors. How many were they? One motor each, then we'll need a bunch more electronics still. So we'll go ahead and queue up some electronics. I think that'll be enough, and we'll do 2 directional thrusters, and we're going to let all of that work for the moment, and we're going to start collecting all the stuff we need here. And actually, you know what? We are going to absolutely need some more hull blocks. So let's get another... what do these need? 2 plates. We have 124 plates, so let's do... We can do 20 of those, and can I do... I'm hesitant to kind of... let's see, that's going to be 40 plates. We'll do some of those and maybe some of those, and we might need a few more of these guys. I'm thinking maybe... Here, we'll do 10. It won't take long to crush those under the big jaws of the RCS. Okay, fuel tank. I'm just trying to grab everything that we're going to need. Generator. And then the rest of this stuff will be coming along as it goes. You should probably go over there. We're actually going to run out of silicon too. That's probably not a good thing, but that is what that is, alas. While this is working, I do want to show you one more thing here, and I apologize for spending 6 minutes or 7 minutes just clicking stuff, but you know, you need to see all the stuff. Well, I guess you don't need to. If you don't know, then maybe that was helpful to see all the stuff you need to build a hover vessel. And if not, well, my apologies. But I wanted to show you what's going on out here. You probably already saw a little of it. I pointed this guy out before. Somewhere along over here, I think, is actually a fallen ship or a crashed ship. Somewhere over there. But then if we go back to this side here, and I'm just not jumping down, we have something going on over here because there's a drone flying around. And then I have another something right there next to it. And then way over here, we have yet something else. So I thought that was pretty interesting. We have a bunch of, I guess, NPC sort of locations, drone locations out there. And then I did have another drone attack while I was kind of between episodes here. And that came from this direction. I actually had 2 drones that time, not 1. So I took care of that because that happened off camera. I was actually just trying to queue stuff up. I was trying to build a bunch of junk, and that's when I was attacked by those guys. So I did not have what I needed to do a second directional thruster. So what am I missing? Metal components and some pipes. Okay. I think we can queue that up. Metal plates. So that would be pipes, and we'll do components there. And we can go ahead and grab a directional thruster. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab these blocks because we're going to go ahead and get started on putting this thing together, and we'll find out in fairly short order if I remembered everything we need. I'm kind of crossing my fingers. You have no idea. All right, so number 5, we need to, I guess this can go anywhere. Alrighty then. That makes life a little easier if that's the case. A little hesitant, I don't know if I should be, to build so close to the base, but I think we'll be able to put this together in fairly short order. So those plants, bushes, shrubs are kind of in the way. We'll just put it right there, and it's going to drop to the ground. Good. That actually is totally fine. Totally good with that. I'm going to grab all these hull blocks. We're just going to go ahead and start blasting some of these on here. We're not going to really have the time at this point, nor the materials, to do anything particularly exciting, enthralling, anything along those lines. I don't know if this game takes center of mass and all of that into play in the same way that Space Engineers does. So we'll go ahead and do something along those lines. I'm going to do just a tiny bit of pizzazz on this. And I really do mean tiny bit. 1, 2, I think that's going to be correct. I sure hope so, because I don't really have blocks to waste at this point. There we go. You will go something like that and like that. I've kind of worked this out in my head, what I want to do. Nope. Go like that and like that. And then I don't know if I made enough blocks. I guess we'll find out. This is going to have a particularly sort of, I don't know, makes me think of like Wing Commander style to it, something along those lines. And nope, you need to spin around a bunch until I find the right way. Aha. My keys are not quite normal, so I never quite know which way I'm actually spinning stuff. So it's actually it's kind of a pain for me. I'll just say that. And I don't know. Should we fill in that block right there? Yeah, the joys of a non-standard keyboard. Like I said, it spins things in ways I'm not expecting. I don't know, maybe we could do... Maybe it should go over here. Something along those lines. That'll work. And we can go ahead and rotate that guy. Oh, other way. There it is. Kind of looks like a big arrow. I don't know. Whatever. We're going to say it works, and it's just absolutely the best thing ever. Number 5, this is going to be the cockpit. This is going to be critical to getting around somewhere. Going to need that. We'll build it slightly back. I think that's good. We can hop in. We can see there's kind of stuff around. I don't know that there's enough room to place all this stuff. We're going to find out in rather short order. Fuel tank and generator. I hope I don't need a separate hover engine. I don't honestly remember. I think, since everything is built in, that it's okay and you don't need that, but yeah, I don't remember. It's been too long. I haven't created one of these in a while. Let's see, where do we want to put this guy? Kind of like the idea of putting it there, but how big are you? And then we can put this guy, we can stand it up because, you know, why not? Stood everything else up at this point. No? I can't stand you up? There we go. Stand up and then turn. So we'll do something like that. We'll put the generator over there. We'll put that guy over there. There we go. Wasn't sure if it wanted to go in. And we can drop these guys in right here. We're going to need some more thrusters, so let's come back and find that other thruster. Let me just switch so I don't accidentally try to place that somewhere on something that it shouldn't go on. Thruster! And yeah, that looks pretty good right there. Let's go ahead and grab these guys. We're going to place one thruster. We'll place it, I don't know, where do we want to go? Something like there. Maybe put it in the back. Kind of like the idea of putting them in the back. Let's do maybe one right there. And then we can do another over here. Let's rotate you. You need to go that way. And then theoretically, look at that. We have ourselves a hover vehicle. It is crummy. It is incredibly dangerous because... Oops, I just banged it up already. Yeah, this is going to be bad. I am so going to wreck this thing. Ah, stop. Yeah, I need a bunch of more thrusters on it. This is going to be really, really dangerous. But it does work. It does work. Even if I'm pretty sure I'm going to destroy it. But I'm going to say that right there is your functional hovercraft. We'll just go ahead and slowly, ever so slowly. Oh, that is really annoying. Maybe? No. I thought it was turning or moving because of my mouse. No. It's not actually going anywhere because of my mouse. It's just, you know, slowly, drunkenly spinning and turning everywhere. But this will be kind of crucial, I think, to actually find perhaps some materials. But I think for right now, I need to see if I can throw some additional thrusters on there because this is not very good. It definitely needs some side thrusters. I just don't know that I have the materials to build all of them, but I will find that out on my own, and I will catch you on the next one. So until then, thanks for watching. See you later.